Time now for an in-depth look at the market news this afternoon, and for that I'm joined on the line by Dr. Kim Sei-wan, Professor of Economics at Ewha Womans University. Professor Kim, thanks for making time today.
Good afternoon, David.
So with this Wuhan pneumonia situation getting worse, a lot of stock markets around the world are down for a second day in a row. Take us through the markets there and here in Korea.
Yes, traditional Asian market boom over Lunar New Year's Day is lost due to deadly virus outbreak in China. In the case of Korean market, Kospi dropped by 0.9%, almost 1%, and Kosdaq lost by 0.4%. So these are kind of big moves in a single day. And other Asian markets had a simultaneous huge decrease for today. Japan's Nikkei dropped by 1%, and China's Shanghai index dropped by 3%, and Hong Kong's Hang Seng index also dropped by 2.2% in a single day today. So this is also related to deadly virus outbreak in China because it has a power to decrease China's economic activities if it spreads out quickly.
Yes, indeed, some pretty big moves there, as you say. Now, oil prices are also down to the lowest point in about 7 weeks. Why is that? And if the coronavirus situation goes on, what kind of effect will that have?
In both Western Texas and Brent oil markets, crude oil price dropped over 2% in a single day. Again, this is another big move in a oil price market. This is because virus outbreak from China has a power to decrease global travel industry, as we have seen in the case of SARS and MERS in early 2000s. So, an additional concern on excess supply of oil also helped to decrease oil price for today.
Got it. Well, now we have a lot of attention on the Davos Forum, the World Economic Forum in Davos. President Trump there, he's saying that he's going after Apple over the issue of the government being able to, or unable, as it were, to unlock iPhones. He also mentioned Samsung, though. He says he's given waivers to Apple, waivers that were not given to its biggest competitor, Samsung. Tell us about what Trump said and how it should be seen from Korea's perspective.
I think this is very interesting situation because in the middle of implementing trade negotiation with Beijing, Washington's number one target was Beijing's illegal and unfair support on Chinese corporations, public and private both. So as a president of the United States, President Trump shouldn't be saying like that, but it is something good to know to foreigners because President Trump's acknowledgments on supporting Apple could be something leverage in negotiating with Washington.
It's something he would not have liked to hear from a leader of another country, that's for sure. Now, we also have at Davos, Korea's Minister of Small Business. She's bringing attention to Korea's small companies and venture firms, also Korea's capabilities in the fourth industrial revolution. What kind of effect can we expect this to have? Minister
Park Young-sun, who is a Department of the Small and Medium Enterprises head, became a member of Davos Forum Executive Board. So she gave a special presentation about the case of Korean government's small and medium-sized firm-friendly environment policy under ongoing fourth wave industrial revolution. And it has attracted attention from many other countries' government members. So that Korean case includes Hyundai Motors and Samsung's supports on small corporations, new technology development related to the fourth wave industrial revolution. All
right, now another story. We see Korea's economic growth for last year came in at an even 2%. There was a recovery in investment and consumer spending, but what do you make of that growth figure and how does it play into the first half of this year?
Thanks to super expansionary government expenditure in the fourth quarter of last year, Korean economy barely achieved 2% economic growth in the last year, 2019. But it should be noted that government stimulation on domestic spending can't be continued forever because it is spent by government's tax, which is paid by people. So it is the economic power of private corporations that supports continuous economic growth. So that means even though this year's Korean government economic growth target is like 2.5%, it is not easy to get there without the support of the private corporations' employment and private corporations' business-friendly environment.
All right, Professor Kim, that's where we'll have to leave it for today. Thanks for sharing your insights with us, and have a great Lunar New Year holiday.
You too. Thanks.